Hey everybody, it's Neil Campbell here, live and in person from Prince Edward Island. And my wife Annette and I just spent the day here at the dunes behind our back, and we had a great time. And it was just a time to kind of relax after the Mighty Men Advance that we did this weekend. Also, we're speaking at Noel's Church in Stratford. So it's been a busy week, but hey, we're looking forward to just amazing times. Um, well, just wanted to the first part of our session. What we like to do is we like to hear testimonies about what God has done in your life and what God's doing in your men's ministry or what God's doing in your M5 group. Um, I might just start with Simon. He was at the at our group in here at Mighty Men Advance. Simon, tell us a little bit about what were some of the highlights for you this weekend.
I think it was men being real. That's what that's what I really saw is, men, being real, talking to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that was the big thing that I really enjoyed. And just having fun. My son-in-law, who's new to all this, he came with me and he just poured his heart out to me, with it, and the connection he made with Todd was just phenomenal.
Hmm.
Really, yeah.
That's good. Well, my best memory of you this weekend was with you had a blue bandana on your head and an AK-47 shooting every kid that was out there with soft shells. Um, Man, that was good. I'm going to show a little video in just a moment, but Nolan, I met with you and Richard in Sylvan Lake, and tell us a little bit about what you're planning for in your neck of the woods. You just trying to do
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, no, we had a really good meeting there last Sunday, and we're planning father-son rite of passage at our family farm there. We got a little campsite, and we're hoping to bring out 15 to 20 sets of father sons or just guys that need a blessing, and have an awesome weekend full of just God doing his work and blessing men and bringing up the men of our church and our community into their calling. That's kind of what we're going for.
That's awesome. Hey, tell me a little bit about your M5 group. How is things going in your group?
Yeah, our group, we've again been meeting consistently over the last year and a half or whatever since I guess not quite year, 9 months since the last retreat there last fall, and it's been really good. Now we're just Richard's just starting to add guys. There's so many guys that are getting hungry, so we're starting to grow a little bit, and then we'll probably be breaking off into another group, hopefully splitting into two or something like that. So it's just been really good. Just a time of getting together. Everybody looks forward to it every week, and just bringing stuff to the table and being able to lean on. For me, it's leaning on Richard and some other guys that have kids older than me that I can just get advice from and knowledge from. And it's just been really, really good, really beneficial. So
Good. That's awesome. Todd, are you meeting in an M5 group this week here, the last couple of weeks? How's it been going with your group?
It's actually been quite well. One of the sons just came aboard. He's 18 going on 19. So it's an M6 group actually.
That's all right.
But yeah, we've been doing some very good fellowshipping.
Good. Anybody else just want to share a little bit about what's going on in your M5, M6 group?
M7.
M7? Noel, why don't you give us some highlights of what's going on in up here in PEI?
Well, so you all know that Neil's here, PEI, and we just had a great weekend at that men's event. And it surpassed our expectation. We were hoping between 50 and 60 guys to gather. I think we had probably at a point 66. It was good turnout, and guys from all over different parts of PEI, several different churches represented. As we all know, there's so much need for men to do what we're attempting to do, real conversation, real relational connection, sharing, as Neil would often say, do life together, where we can actually be real and engage in conversation to do with life. Maybe that's more of what we're talking about. And I definitely feel that it's happening in some regions of PEI. Like, I've been to a few different men's group to share the event that we did this weekend, and I can see that there's a need and a hunger and desire, maybe not always in some cases how to do it. So we're looking forward to expanding the M5 idea here in PEI. I've had a group going here as well, personally, with about 7 guys, pretty well meeting weekly, and we're just trusting that the vision will be caught by other guys to just take it where they need to go. Interestingly enough, I was thinking about this, idea of having this group together, kind of like a coaching, instruction, a little bit of encouragement, just a motivation that we would have to, to press on. Not that we need it all the time, but it's very helpful. And I just welcome these times together as well. Yeah.
Good. Hey, Guy, good to see you in Cold Lake. What's happening up in Cold Lake these days?
Hi guys, can you hear me all right?
Yep.
And you can see me? We're good. Yeah, sorry I missed meeting last month. We had a young fella from Alberta Health Services committed suicide with a crossbow out in the front yard, and one of my guys is a peace officer, and so we needed to come together to give him some support. It was quite a shock.
Wow.
Other than that, like we were trying to help out with the evacuations from Fort Mac. So our guys, we're coming up with plans to, how we're going to help these people, get them into church and maybe some counseling and just be available for them, that kind of thing. Otherwise, we meet regularly. Tonight would be my meeting night, but I'm in Calgary and they're up in Cold Lake. So I'm here with you guys. But our last breakfast, I think, was in May. We were promoting M5 and the man camp that's going on at Moose Lake Pentecostal this coming weekend, actually.
Yeah.
And so we had 5 guys who had shown interest in forming a group, but it's been quite difficult to get them going, to get commitments for timing and stuff like that. So what I did was with our group, I said, like, okay, guys, what I'd like to do is like to have some of those guys come out to our group, just to see what it is that we do, how we operate, the connection, the prayer, standing in the gap for each other, and sharing, so that they could get a vision. But it's still difficult because some of those guys are working oil fields, so they're in and out all the time. So I've been trying to give them alternate means of meeting, like, Zoom, technology is always available, but it's a little difficult to get them motivated. So I'm still working on it, still praying about it.
Yeah. Well, I think that's the case for men in general, is that, there's so many other things that are kind of pulling at their time, but in the end, we need each other. We need each other. Guy, why don't you tell us a little bit about why we need each other?
Oh my gosh. Well, we're not supposed to be lone rangers out there. And if we are, it doesn't work. And so we need accountability and support. And we find it in M5. We find it when we go to camp. Just hold. Sorry. Busy house. Anyway, yeah, once we've been in this group, life gets better.
Mhm.
We're able to bring a brother along when we're being challenged. You know, life is about a bunch of gut punches. You know, the devil's alive and well, and nobody goes through life unscathed. And so it's nice to have a brother too that you can be honest with and just say things aren't going well and pray for me. And I think prayer is something that we need to do for one another.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so yeah, it goes a lot better being with friends.
You know, Guy, one of the things that we found as well when I was talking to some of the guys in Yorkton, Saskatchewan, same thing. Guys are all farming, they're all busy doing this and that. What they're doing is on their Saturday meeting, if they have a monthly meeting, they break into their small groups there. I think Noel said that there's a church that he's been working with as well here in PEI. Same thing. They had a speaker come in, but then they broke in one-on-one with each other so that they can actually, you know, kind of taste and see. And my thought is if the group can even meet once a month, you know, to start, you know, and then they build that momentum of realizing, hey, I really need this. This is not just about me, it's for my family. So yeah, we'll definitely be praying for that for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hey, Dale, anything you want to add to the conversation here or?
Well, we've been meeting consistently,
Mhm.
but the group, we haven't grown at all, but
Mhm.
we meet consistently. We're looking at ways to pull other guys in.
Mhm.
The Saturday morning breakfast seems to be when there's food involved, you tend to get some participants.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
looking at
well,
that.
one of the things, like, you know, we send out the videos from these conversations that we're having here, and there'll be a monthly mission, which we're going to do tonight. Those are, again, something that you could show at a men's breakfast. They're 5 minutes long, and just say, hey guys, here is something that the Mighty Man Network is doing. We're part of the network. Why don't you try doing this lesson this month? Because as I can tell you in my research, 85% of men are doing nothing to disciple their families with a biblical worldview or Christian values. And mostly it's because they don't know how to do it. And so really the Mighty Man Network, it's like our YouTube, how to fix your family videos. You know, that's really what they're all about. Yeah, here's some ideas that, you know, that you can implement. So that's maybe a way to, you know, to kind of get more guys involved in discipling their families, because we're in a war, we're in a battle for families. You know, and so we've got to equip the troops, dads, how to do this. So that's definitely for sure. Anybody else have anything else to share before we, I want to show the video from the PEI Mighty Man Advance. Anybody got any questions, any comments, anything they'd like to share?
I'll jump in, Neil. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna talk about last month's challenge. What was that? Have a family fun night or something?
Yep.
Yeah. So like for me, it's I work way out of town, and then I come home and we're so busy on the farm and doing whatever, and so I read the email, and whatever, we're just doing our thing, and then it's funny how God works. And he's like, boom, I sprained my ankle and pretty bad, whatever. I got to like take a little bit of rest. I'm frustrated because I got so much stuff to do. But then it's just in my head, it's like, okay, well, maybe this is what you needed to slow down to have a family fun night. So did that, grabbed my daughter. We went to the closest town. We bought marshmallows and whatever else. And then we came back and had a big wiener roast, marshmallow roast, and the kids just loved it, and it was good. But it's sometimes you need those reminders, something to slow you down to yeah, take the weeds out of your life, I guess, just like that sermon there. But yeah, so it was good.
Yeah, Pastor Colin preached a really good sermon a couple of weeks ago, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, I think about it daily.
I was there when he preached it. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Keith, you had something there?
Yeah, I just wanted to say hi. I've only been to one of these meetings before, and just wanted to let you know I'm glad to be a part of it. And I don't have a group going right now, but I am making plans to start a group in September, the fall, and so being part of the Mighty Men Network is going to be a big part of that. So, yeah, glad to be back.
Good to have Keith. Keith was in our church when I was pastoring. That's a long time ago, so it's always good.
15 years, Neil.
That's
And that's when I left. That's not when we were together. It's more like 16 years when we were together.
yeah,